What's up, YouTube? It's Fierce here, and I'm bringing you two battles today. One is against my friend Kyle, and the other against is my friend Matt. So, in this battle, I start off with my Omega, and he has his brothers. I go off with a Toxic, and he goes with a Stone Edge. And that brings me down to my Sash. This always happens with our battles, because we send each other's leads against each other. They basically beat the crap out of each other, so I protect here, which probably wasn't the smart. Well, actually, wait, I just protected to stall out some Toxic, so I switched out into my Tosh TV to take the Bullet Punch, which is obvious because he's going to want to go to priority because I will outspeed, especially with the speed boost. So now he switches out into his Starmie, which is named Rick, which is named after Patrick not Patrick Star, so it's not copy pasta in his opinion. So I switch out here into my Jolteon, and he withdraws, and he goes out into his Happy the Dragon, which is a Percy reference, if anyone knows. So I sub up, and then I go for the Shadow Ball, and I get the Spec D drop. I don't know why. I was stupid and I didn't go for the Thunderbolt on the first turn. I probably could have one-hitted it. So, well, now after my sub's broken by his Earthquake, I go in with a Thunderbolt, and I'm pretty sure that'll take him out. So that's good for me. Now, with the Dragonite out of his way, which is always a bitch to do, because only my most recent Jolteon has an Ice move, and otherwise none of my other pokes have any Ice moves, so Dragons kind of wall me a bit. So Shadow Ball on his Azelf, and I take it out. At least I think it's an Azelf. I fucking hate those legendary guys because they wall the fuck out of everyone. So now here he goes back into his brothers, and he goes for the Dynamic Punch, predicting my switch out. And I get the Confusion Hacks because Dynamic Punch does that, so Toxic takes away, does damage on me. And now he withdraws and goes out into his Celebi, which he nicknamed Celery. Clever son of a bitch. I get Confusion. I hit myself in Confusion now, and I switch out into my Sensei. I got the Intimidate, but it doesn't matter because Celebi is his Celebi is a special attacker. Because Celebi is 100 base stat for everything, so you could make it anything pretty much, attacking wise. So he Grass Knots me, hoping to take me out, but I believe I live with 12 HP. He raged so hard, so I predicted I was gonna live a Grass Knot or something. So I go for the Dragon Dance, and he switches out into his Kim Jong. He gets the Intimidate off, so basically I only have the speed boost here, but I can still go with the Stabbed Waterfall because it was a safe move, but it does jack shit. And now we're both getting leftovers. So I go in with the Stone Edge here, and now that's going to do a lot. And no, it's not a crit. I thought it was a crit because I remember him saying I got a lot of crits or something. So he waterfalls me, and that takes out my Sensei. And now I go out into my Jolteon. He knows I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, so he switches out, but I sub up, predicting him to switch out. And now he gets hurt by Poison. So he switches out again into his Celery, and I go for the Shadow Ball. And that's going to do a nasty amount of damage because Celebi is a Psychic type. And he's down into red. Now he switches out again and goes out into his Kim Jong. And I go for the Thunderbolt. So now I'm not predicting any of this, but I'm just switching it up to mess around, and I was predicting that the Thunderbolt probably would have killed his Celebi. So now I'm down to 2 HP from the Life Orb, and I Shadow Ball his Rick, and that'll do a nasty amount on him. Down to red, and I die from Life Orb. So he's just he recovers it off, which was a nice play. And now I will go out probably into... Oh, I got into my Yen Mega because he is a Psychic type. So I force a switch out, and he goes out into Brothers. So I protect to get the speed boost because I didn't think I was going to outspeed that Starmie because he's got full speed EV. So I protect again to stall some Toxic. And he goes for the Bullet Punch to try to take me out. So now I will switch out and go into Toshtini to take a Bullet Punch again. And he'll take some more Toxic damage, and he's in red. So now he's going to withdraw and go back out into his Celery. So I predict that, and I go for the Toxic Spikes. And, I mean, it's late game Toxic Spikes, but whatever. It's a good move. in my opinion. So he predicts my switch out, and he goes for the nasty plot, and I go on to Yanmega, and he goes for the hidden power, because he will outspeed. I know I should have gone for the protect, but sometimes I forget to protect when I should, and whatnot. So I got into my Blissey, which is nicknamed Nurse Joy, because that's obvious. So he goes for the Psychic, and Blissey will take it like a boss, even though it's +2 life orbed, and he dies from life orb damage. And now he goes out into his brothers, and he goes for the dynamic punch, and I was retarded, and I thought he was going to predict a switch out, but no, he didn't predict a switch out. So he's going to take out my Blissey, which literally has 38 defense, because I even have nature for it, but I didn't even EV it defensively, so I'm probably going to make another set for it. So I got into Fortress, and he goes for the dynamic punch to get the confusion on me. And now I hit myself in confusion, and he's going to take some damage from poison, and he will die from that. So I get Lefty's recovery, and he goes back out into Rick. Now Rick gets poisoned by the toxic spikes, so fuck yeah. Seeking, he goes for the surf, and I die, but he is a physical wall, and he set up the spikes, and he crippled the Rick there. Patrick Notstar is dying from poison. So I got out into my Heatran, named after Ronald from Harry Potter. Just because I couldn't think of anything, and I'm just like, yeah, Ronald. Because it could go anything, like Ronald McDonald or whatever the fuck. So he goes for the I go for the HP Grass, and that's going to take him out. So that's the battle. And that was one of the best battles I've had, and I really enjoyed it. So now on to the really funny battle I had against my friend Matt from Texas, or he's German Moon Knife, and previously that was DamFrenchFries, because he loves DamFrenchFries, another Percy reference. Alright, so now I'm going to start off my Jolteon with my Yanmega, and he sets up against me with the Jolteon. I predict the Thunderbolt, and I switch out into my Jolteon. So I sub up on that switch out because he is Scarfed, which I found out later on, and I go for the Shadow Ball. And he's going down, down, down. Crit hacks, but probably not going to matter here. I don't think he's EV'd many pokes yet, but I think he's hacked a couple because he's had ridiculous pokes in another battle that my friend had against earlier. So I Shadow Ball on his Dusknoir, and he tries to sub up himself, but he goes into red, and he cannot sub up. So I go for the hidden powerful rolls, and I take him out, and he goes out into a Napoleon, probably thinking since it's a steel type, it'll resist the Thunderbolt. But no, I'm going to go straight in for that Thunderbolt, and I'm going to take him out. So basically, I'm just getting Life Orb damage here, and fucking sweeping him like a broom. So he goes out into Steve Irwin, but this is a stupid nickname, Matt. If you listen to this, you should get a Mantine or something and name it Steve Irwin, because he was killed by a stingray, not an alligator. Jeez Louise. So he goes out into an Azelf. So he's just getting freaking raped by my Jolteon, because I will outspeed anything he has, excluding a Jolteon that's Scarfed. So, but he doesn't go out into that, because if he went out into that earlier, he probably could have lived a little bit. But no, he goes for the Shadow Ball, and he will break my sub. So here, I am going to go switch out into my... No, wait, I go for the Shadow Ball. Next turn, I will switch out into my Blissey, and he can't touch me. Bitch, please. Because Shadow Ball doesn't do shit on a normal type. So now he goes out into... I go back into Jolteon, because I wanted to sweep him with my Jolteon. But at this point, I realized he was Scarfed. So I go back into Nurse Joy, and I'm just going to fuck around with him a little bit. So I Toxic, poisoned like a boss, son. And he tries to go for Shadow Ball. No. Seismic Toss. Fuck yeah. But he's in red now, taking poison. So he goes for Shadow Ball again, and I Soft Boil for funny. Just to be funny, so I'm going to Toxic Stall him to death. And that's the game. Alright, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, do your thing. Later, guys.